Hi, Todd Bourne here in the Forecast Center with a continuation of a dry forecast here for you for the rest of this week and pretty much all of next week. Today, temperatures not as warm as we've seen recently. Right now, we're mainly in the low to middle 80s across the vast majority of the ArkLaTex so far on this Wednesday afternoon. As you can see, not a cloud in the sky here across the ArkLaTex as we have upper level high pressure. You can see the center of it over northeastern Arkansas right now. This does extend all the way back to the west coast, and we will see this ridge continue to keep us dry. We also have some very dry air in place over much of the country, so relatively quiet weather pattern is in place and likely will continue. Here's a look at Robin's Toyota Futurecast showing you a mostly clear sky across the ArkLaTex tonight. Notice the arrows here, relatively small. We will see a light wind tonight combined with clear sky and some rather dry air to allow temperatures to dip into the 50s and low 60s across the region. Tomorrow, expect plenty of sunshine for your Thursday. We will once again see a mostly clear sky tomorrow night, and Friday we will close the work week with more sunshine. A little bit of a breeze out of the northeast will keep us dry, as humidity not something we'll be talking about here for the next couple of weeks, as we will see the dry conditions continue all across the area. As far as the longer range picture, really no significant changes in sight. We'll have to keep an eye on a disturbance which is going to be developing over South Texas. You can see all the tropical moisture will likely stay near the coast and in the Gulf. As we move into the weekend and next week, another surge of drier air will settle and move into the eastern half of the country. That will basically push that tropical moisture further to the south. And you can see by the time we get to the end of next week, we'll try to see the upper level ridge try to reestablish itself over West Texas. But we do have another shot of perhaps some cooler air entering the northern sections of the country next weekend that could impact us longer range. So again, with the ridging in the west, troughiness in the east, this northwesterly flow keeps the atmosphere here in the ArkLaTex dry, so we are not looking at anything as far as rain still in the next 10 days. Model blend showing absolutely nothing from now through next Saturday. In the tropics, National Hurricane Center still indicates there's a 40% chance we could see some tropical development. More than likely, it'll be over the southwestern or southern Gulf of Mexico. And again, it does look like if we see anything develop, and that's a big if, it would move towards Florida the way it looks right now, but something we'll keep an eye on as we move through the next week or so. Meantime, tonight, expect a mostly clear sky across the ArkLaTex. It will be cool. Temperatures down to 55 tonight in Texarkana, 60 in Shreveport, 55 in Minden, 56 degrees in Natchitoches. So a nice cool night tonight, followed by a rather hot day tomorrow. It will be warmer tomorrow, as we'll see lots of sunshine with a high in Shreveport near 90, 87 degrees in Texarkana, 89 in Marshall, also 89 for the high temperature in Natchitoches. 10-day forecast shows the low 90s will stick around Friday and this weekend, and will fall into the middle 80s for highs as a piece of that cooler air moving into the eastern half of the country next week will begin to impact us. Nighttime lows, probably some of the coolest of the season as we move into the middle part of next week. So far, the coolest we've been in Shreveport is 60. We'll be in that neighborhood tonight, and likely we'll see some 50s next week. Notice we'll start to warm up again back into the upper 80s by next weekend. So again, we've been dry for the past week or so across the ArkLaTex. It looks like we could be looking at another week and a half, 2 weeks of this dry weather, as temperatures will stay rather hot for the next several days, then cool off some as we move into next week.